Somewhere between heaven and the landing ramp is a sacred mathematics of chance, the calculated risk, in the wind whipping you in the fucking eyes, and the sharp metallic taste of life and death. And there is a moment of utter calm there in midair, a moment of sheer silence and peace, before you hear, as if in a dream, the sound of your own voice going, "Oh shit!" Evel Knievel at the top of his takeoff ramp in 1967 with a fucking earthquake in his chest and all 30 feet of intestine clenched against the concrete's puckered lips. Evel saying goodbye to the mother of his kids. Daddy's job is dangerous. Daddy's job is to swim out further and further into the ocean. He comes back to them broken and never for very long. At a press conference, he tells the reporter, "This is what you call a one-shot deal and I don't come back for any late show, honey. No, I have not practiced the jump because there is no use practicing something you cannot miss. And if I miss the jump in a test run, that means I'm dead and I will not ever get to do it for real. So this is what you call a fucking one-shot deal. This helmet is to protect me from my own momentum. This costume is to protect you from the realness of what is happening here. I'm calling on death, and she comes growling and snapping into the arena, opens her jaws up wide on both sides of my landing ramp. Gasoline, throttle, thumbs up, open her up, let the arrow fly and tear into the fabric of an instant, where you can live an entire lifetime in the star-dusted flashbulb infinity of a launch into impossible space that climbs to the top of its arc and beats the sky back another inch, only to crumble and collapse, only to fall and return to the earth with no illusions of immortality and pay the cost of dreaming, like your skin stretched out in ribbons along 100 yards of tar, like those ghostly ruined bones on the x-ray screen, like the steel plates and the metal pins and the screws that they put in you, till you got more in common with your bike than you do with any human being. By 1976, Evel Knievel's body is a monument in ruins, the scorched remains of a war waged against his own flesh, born to chase after death, and kids coming home crippled from Vietnam write evil letters that say, "Thank you, sir. I figure if you can get up and keep going, then so can I." Evel Knievel shoots holes in the sky to keep people's hopes alive, even as he's flying across the gaps between public appearances, burning cocaine like money and women with their faces made up to look like neon motel signs. The vacancy of a million TVs shining on your skin, you're the twinkle in America's eye, and the women come looking to lay down with death, and you got enough money to buy into your own hype. You got enough fuel to push you past the speed of light, where every day you age a year, and you watch as if in a dream, as you fail every single person in your life to pay the cost of dreaming. The botched canyon shot, crash and burn, the rehab, the bankruptcy, the divorce, the loss of his family. All the bad blood in his veins is hepatitis, bad transfusions, kidney failure, oxygen mask, wheelchair, old age. Living to feel yourself shrink to the size of a footnote, a novelty, a gag, an oddity. All of it part of the long, drawn-out revenge of a cowardly enemy. Robert Craig Knievel in 2007, telling the Hour of Power Christian telecast about how he woke up and saw the devil in his bedroom. Gasping like a fish out of water, missing his oxygen mask, the broken man told the congregation of how he rose up in his bed and said, "Devil, devil, you bastard, you, get away from me. I cast you out of my life. I just got down on my knees and prayed then," said Evel. "I prayed that God would put his arms around me and never, ever let me go." He was not a good man, but he was a great man. And for that he deserves mercy, death, mercy.
God created all men, and baseball bats and Winchester made them all equal, and that's just the way I look.
Well, but I mean, you really can't believe what you're saying, that if somebody were to write something about them, you have the right to go after him with a baseball bat?
I think I did him a favor by going after him with a baseball bat.
Leave saliva on the mic and keep the disease
moving. Hip-hop is not revolution. Paraplegic b-boy, you breathe noise, never give screams voice, but keep boys with hard looks. You learned in a comic book, hip-hop is violent fantasy. Any man could be a master among slaves, collect the wage or wage war. When the spark gets took, that's what the fuck you are paid for, pig. You beat the language, you do the same shit. Revolution, you a liar every time you say bitch. You let the leash slip in secret, cold lips call you coward. Forever, ever, stay sleep, rot together on top of each other or in separate beds. I bury heads up to the necks, take their eyes open, let them watch the bombs drop into the ocean till they bare like deserts. The so-called world with pockets, peasants call them sand niggas and cave dwellers, but now the richest among us. We can't sell our skin to bring crops up from the toxic dust. We live in shelters if we live at all. Bleach skulls mock us. I man the radio dials, scan the air for dead men. It's quiet like New York hip-hop after 9/11. It's quiet like Eminem after Bush won re-election. Quiet like empty venues. You wanna battle me for this water? My mind's blank like the scorched earth. Play for the scorpion to come end off first. When nothing's left with the trace of waving images of nuclear physicists. We shaking fingertips in this dimness. In this winter, the space between letters open, I drop into oblivion. Writing, I'm trapped in between the lines. I escape.
Subtle misdirection. Your eyes on the savior. Lesser than, greater than, sleight of hand. Heart failure. Heart failure. Heart failure. Heart failure. Heart. It's all subtle misdirection. Your eyes on the savior. Lesser than, greater than, sleight of hand. Heart failure. Heart failure. Heart failure. Heart failure.
Send for the medics. I bet it's a battle for health. Pellets of medicine never spin messages right. Turn that message back on yourself. Stacking your shelf with rappers that are selfless, shackled and helpless. Settle the alchemist. Snack the fabric out his felt tip. My pen flips. It bursts like an infected appendix to evidence of that I just said it to stun. Rough edits on a death sentence that are sent to the sun. Kicking a menace while he's down now. This is how the West was won. Celebrating all the raping and the pillaging of the villages. They're still in the military, occupancy prison, listening to the Minutemen of hip-hop. They don't want to acknowledge the follies of following cowardly policies. American dreams turn lucid, remembering the scenes of a shooting on a peace movement. Synesthesia, I can see through your music, and I'm never accepted except the records are clever. Who could be that stupid? Take a pop song over underground artists who start strong. They fizzle out because their heart's gone. Y'all talk wrong. Your language is a string of hateful, lazy, cliche-ridden gateways to racism. Resist arrest, then you embrace the system. Tell me with a straight face of bitches' places in the kitchen. Call me a faggot, slap 5 with the grand wizard. Then act surprised cause I can't get with it. I see your power in words, can't be all about flow. If it is, I hope it's something your listeners outgrow. Like that, can't be all about flow. If it is, I hope it's something your listeners outgrow. It's like this, can't be all about flow. If it is, I hope it's something your listeners outgrow. It's like that, can't be all about flow. If it is, I hope it's something your listeners outgrow.
You a fraud. You a fraud. You a fraud. You a fraud. And don't let us be somewhere. You a fraud. You a fraud to our culture. You a FBI agent in disguise. What I want to do is jump across the table and beat your fucking ass.
The answer is time. The correct answer is time.
That's right. That's the right answer. You got it. Again.
I got it right again. I'm so good at this game of answering riddles. It's my favorite new thing to do. Do you know any other good riddles?
I don't know, Ben. It's getting kind of late.
Please, tell me another riddle. Tell me another riddle.
Okay. All right. Let me see if I can find one.
The sheep's in the meadow, the cows in the corn. Now is the time for a child to be born. Laugh at the moon and cry for the sun. And if it's a boy, he'll carry a gun. Sang the crow on the cradle.
Tell me another riddle. Tell me another riddle. Tell me another riddle.
But it isn't
Tell
my
me
name.
another riddle.
My face shows signs of age,
Signs.
and I always mean the same thing.
Age.
No matter what I say, I'm born in the morning. I last till the end of days. Men plant me, but I never grow.
In the ground.
Run from me, but I never move. Look at me to see their future, and rot in the fields where I bloom.
Rot. In the fields.
What am I?
Let me. I have a name. A tombstone. The answer is a tombstone.
That's enough riddles for tonight.
I got it right again.
No more riddles.
Tell me another riddle. Tell me another riddle.
No.
Crow on the cradle, black and the white. Somebody's baby is born for a fight. Crow on the cradle, the white and the black. Somebody's baby is not coming back. Sang the crow on the cradle.
You're drunk. Calm down. I don't want to play anymore.
Certain Sullivans and certain presidents have in common. Who isn't affected? A man is in his rowboat in the middle of the ocean with his heart and a gun and a dead battery. How does he get to shore? When is a ghost not a ghost anymore? When he's a ghost rider, what's ugly, old, and nearly all over? What walks on four legs in the dawn, two legs in the afternoon, rides like gang of a drake into the fucking sunset. The more you take, the more you leave behind. That's footsteps. What's broken as soon as its name is spoken? Silence.
Father will sweat and they'll slave to build you a coffin and dig you a grave. Hush-a-bye, little one, never you weep, for we've got a toy that can put you to sleep.
After the canyon jump is over, I would like to retire for quite some time. I'd like not to have to live with that lump in my throat and that knot in my stomach like I have for 8 solid years. I'm looking forward to the day that that machine drops down on the other side of that canyon. I'm looking forward to the day that I can get out of it, grab 2 fistfuls of Idaho dirt. Thank God Almighty I'm still alive. Remember something. If I miss the jump and I hit the wall head on, if I'm not around anymore, I'm just going to get somewhere quick where you are all going someday. I'm going to sit there and have a beer and I'm going to wait for you.
Joan of Arc had a dildo named Jesus, made of wood from the cross of its namesake. She considered the splinters atonement, and when she came it would fill her with light. Her body was an ocean full of wreckage. Her flesh was a map of hell that spilled out the sides of her dresses, the flabby arms of modern surrender. A smothering mother's body like a black hole, pulling calories and emotion and her many children to her. She was childless, she was alone. She found comfort in the Bible, a gravity like her own, promising always to pull her down before she floated into space. And space was the place she feared most. Staring out her window, distant planets were cold, until a voice came to her in the night. She was sitting in her kitchen, it was flooded with light, and she wandered out into her backyard, wearing nothing but a house dress. And there, behind the racist lawn statues and the plastic fountain, she saw her hedges in flames. Speak to me, Lord, she said, and the world would never be the same. Speak to me, Lord, she said. I killed a queer for Christ and didn't even get a thank you letter. I let Jesus take the wheel and he drove me off the road. And though I know he only did that shit to test my faith, I'm saying nothing, I'm praying about it. I'm asking God to keep the lights on and shrink my tumors and keep them from privatizing my job, and to reach those in power, those who damn their own souls by not crushing the wicked, those who will not purge themselves of this world, those who refuse to kneel, those who choose the wheel, those who are like demons walking the earth, building their evil empires, threatening us from outside. I know that Satan, the stranger, the foreign, the invader, is the creator of Mexican immigrants and Al-Qaeda. And Lord, I'll understand if you want the earth to be flooded again. In fact, my faith could melt an iceberg. If you ever need a hand, just deliver me and mine to the promised land. Just deliver me and mine to the promised land. Just deliver me and mine. Joan of Arc had a dildo named Jesus, made of wood from the cross of its namesake, and her orgasms all were omens. When she came, it would fill her with light, and when the light had finally left her, she lay ruined across her sheets, her mouth unhinged, her shape like a victim, murdered in a sleep without dreams. Joan of Arc was a warrior poet, and she baptized the world in her flame, and she never stopped to wonder for even a moment why Jesus never came.
I want to go to heaven as a young man in the prime of my life, where there is a motorcycle jump I can make every day and never miss, where there are a lot of good-looking broads, no state tax and no federal tax and no politicians.
The difference, humans get tired and want to go home. People smell the corn, I've been ripping cables out of me. ¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué tenemos? ¿Qué nos pasa? Ay, nuestro amor. I used to run in wet boots all afternoon. I've been ripping cables out of me, making room for dead leaves. Welcome home, son. Both my dogs died this year. I'm older. People have left my house. People have come in. I've been disconnecting cords, making up guest bedrooms. Space is expanding. I can't prove it, but it is. Truth is deeper than provability. My science was a lost boy screaming joy. I throw pennies at the TV, it eats them. TV, it eats them. TV, it eats them. I never see them pennies again. On September 11th, each of my nightmares and much of my demons entered with Lucifer and sat down on the couch. The great circuit that connected me to the center of the earth was cut, leaving only my roots Roots, I hurt you. You didn't hurt me. I've been ripping cables out of me, making room for soft spots. Look it, I'm dying too. I die more and smile greener every time I rip a cable out of me. Chaos is ours to fashion. Dark clouds is at war in the Middle East. Impossibilities opening like wormholes, swallowing futures. I can smell lightning gather on the back of her neck. Gypsy spirits and medicine men are coming to watch this. It doesn't matter, beetles. Shift away and detonate solar hurricanes, needles. Slide up in racket, she blinks. Shatters the shards of metal and clatters silently to my feet. The universe is at war in your streets. I will part the sidewalks like ripping jawbones or skulls and drop through time to reach you. Somewhere I am bleeding right now. Life is long, not forever. I wait for my daughter. The universe is at war and your daughters, they're losing. Somewhere they are bleeding right now. They're there now. There isn't time. Where was I before I loved you? I wasn't here. I must have been somewhere, documenting the phantoms, paying taxes to nothing kings, missing the point. I am ripping cables out of me and finding I am still alive.
He who makes a peace to himself gets rid of the pain of being a man.
Her body stiff and attentive, sensing my presence. I lie quiet and still until she lowers her defenses. So conscious of my motions and I'm holding my breath and I focus my attention and take it all in. She had an armor made of mirrors in place of her skin. I caught a glimpse of my reflection in her cold oblivion. Eyes blacker than the bottom of space. She moves closer, the shadows come alive in her wake, mimic her shape as she passes by. I'm hypnotized, I'm transfixed, as fickle as a queen, crawling onto the scene, tapping against the glass as I study her math, her efficiency, her quiet precision, conquering an indifferent wings that twitch in the dead light. Try to memorize her measurements in this flood of impressions. She was gone in a second, disappearing through a crack in the desk. I hold my breath until she comes back again, and I think about the places she could make her nest. How many days it would take to pick apart a skeleton, and now I find myself extending a hand slowly in her direction, so hopeful and so hesitant, placing it on the table on the edge of her space. She stops, she stops, sensing the change, this awful moment of our alien exchange. This is a love story set in my shallow grave and written in fossils. I am the last man and she is a cockroach.
Now the light is fading fast, and another day is past. Sunset. Now your face comes back to life, carving like a Sunday knife. If this pain is love, it's almost more than I can stand. To be a man